Hello Capricorn, my name is Jason. This is your mid-month tarot reading for the second half of January 2019. I hope your year got off to a great start. This is a general reading, so it could be about love, career, any questions at the forefront of your mind. Okay Capricorn, you've gone into this period with the Knight of Wands energy. Okay, so if this is your energy, you are feeling quite charismatic at the moment, quite action-oriented, quite fiery. There's some kind of passion you have which has perhaps recently been lit or sparked by perhaps someone you've met or some idea you've had just very recently, and it's got off to a great start by the feel of it, if this is you. Okay, so what a great way to start. We might clarify that and see maybe what that's about. Okay, your challenge for the second half of January, you have the Nine of Swords, and so you may have been having some sleepless nights, or maybe even just waking up very early in the morning and feeling quite okay, not really consciously worrying about anything, but I'm thinking this is more about a culmination of things which has perhaps been building up. So you've been waiting and waiting and waiting for something, and subconsciously it started to affect you, and if it's not keeping you awake all night, perhaps you're sleeping okay, you're just waking up very early in the morning, like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and you don't quite know why. It's not like you're obsessing about anything. Perhaps we'll clarify that later, but your challenge is to basically, whatever it is, try to relax or deal with the issues that might be causing the underlying messages that you're giving yourself, which are creating this lack of sleep almost. Even though you might not be feeling very tired either, it might just be waking up, but we'll have a look at that also. Now, your hopes and fears for the second half of January. This is the Page of Swords. Okay, so the Page of Swords, perhaps there's someone watching you, okay, and perhaps you're not, well, I'm getting two stories here. There's something to do with this, perhaps this Nine of Swords energy, and you're worried that someone might be watching you. So it could be some kind of a legal matter or something to do with the law or something to do with contracts or something, and people might be checking you out on social media. They might be maybe sending you messages to see how you respond. Okay, and you don't know why they might be doing this exactly, whether the intentions are good or bad. On the bright side, there might be like an admirer, someone who's curious about you and wants to know more. Okay, so maybe they're not admiring you yet, but they're looking for someone to admire, if that makes sense. And you might know who this person is, so perhaps you had a fleeting experience with someone and they want to know you a little bit better, and they're looking behind the scenes to find out who you are, what makes you tick, and you might be getting a message from this person soon. So we'll try and clarify that as well later on, okay? All right, the best attitude for you to take into the second half of January, is you have the Empress card, okay? So this idea that you had with the Knight of Wands here, I'm thinking that this is a really good time to give birth to those ideas. It's just that you're waiting for some kind of, it's like you're waiting for this baby to be born. The Empress is popularly known as being pregnant, waiting for a child, but it's also about birth of ideas. And so you might be waiting, or you are waiting, I'm sure of it, you're waiting for something to happen which is going to allow you to give birth to this idea that you have, which you're so passionate about. It's an idea you're going into, you know you're going to be making lots of mistakes, but you're feeling quite okay with just throwing yourself out there and taking the leap and giving it a go. And the best attitude to take here is yes, give it a go and give birth to this idea. Okay, if you can, in the second half of January sometimes, but there may be some blockages which are slowing this down, but I'm feeling this is really the right way to go for you. Now, your outcome at the end of the period, and you have the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is about waiting for a return on your investment. perhaps. I'm thinking, so this work that you've done, that you're passionate about, you've put in the groundwork and you're still waiting, and I'm getting the feeling that you're getting pretty frustrated with this waiting, but you can see, look, you're ready to take all these pentacles or whatever you've been growing and harvesting here, you're ready to take that to the market. You're just waiting for maybe a couple more things to sprout or harvest time somehow. So it might be something about gardening, or it might be something about some idea that you've got which is really, and you're just champing at the bit to get out there and do it. That's what it's looking like here. Okay, so let's clarify. I'm going to clarify these with the Hanson Roberts deck. We'll just have a look and see what this idea might be about. I said something about gardening, and that just came to me. So that could be for some of you literally waiting for the crops to go to market and you can start selling whatever it is you're selling. But I'm thinking this is more of a, no, we don't have the only major arcana here is the Empress, which is of course a major idea, a major thing. It's feeling like a very long-term thing, and you've probably been working on this for a while. Okay, so why is the Knight of Wands here? Why is the Knight of Wands here for Capricorn? And we have, okay, the Fool. All right, so looks like you're really excited about going out and starting your own business or starting something very new, and you're going to be taking a lot of risks. You know it's risky, but it's better than where you've been. But it's not so much a sense that you're escaping the past, it's that you're really looking forward to the future. So it's a great attitude to take into this project that you're doing. But we still haven't clarified here what might be this new idea that you've got. Let's see if we can pin this down here. What is the idea that Capricorn has, which they're so excited about, and they're willing to just take the leap and virtually risk it all, or really put themselves out there? And you have here the Star. Okay, so the Star is another card of hope. It's a wonderfully optimistic card. It's still not clarifying for us exactly what it is, but look what great cards. So whatever this is about, this project you've got, it's really giving you a sense of life that you probably haven't experienced for many years. If you've ever experienced this, I'd really like to know what this is, Capricorn, if this is landing for you. We'll give it one more try and see if we can clarify, figure out what is this. Why is the Knight of Wands clarified by the Star and the Fool? What is this idea that Capricorn has? That one wanted to come out. We have the Page of Wands. Okay, so the Page of Wands again. It's something about calling something out to the world. So I'm thinking you might be going into showbiz, some kind of entertainment, or launching some kind of YouTube channel or some kind of stage performance, that, or maybe you're getting ready to go on stage to put yourself out as a musician, something like that. You can have a look at this person here calling out. They've got something to say to the world, and that's what that says to me here. So you've got something to communicate to the world or to others about whatever this idea is that you've got, okay? And it's got to do with show business or something really creative, expressing yourself, okay? Now why is the Nine of Swords here? What's this challenge here? It might just be, I'm not thinking that this is too negative, Capricorn. I'm thinking that this is, you're just so excited, but you're frustrated. You just want to get moving. There's something stopping you, and that might be what's keeping you up at night. Sort of, oh, when can I get going? When can I start moving on this? Let's have a look. Why is the Nine of Swords here? And that's jumped out, and we have the Magician. All right, so the Magician here. The Magician has all the tools at his disposal. They're ready to go. And if this is you, Capricorn, look on his table here. He's got the wand, he's got the pentacle, he's got the cup, he's got the sword, everything he needs to bring down from the universe. Look at this character here, pointing up to the sky, and he's saying, as above, so below. And look at, he's bringing it down here. It's almost like he's demanding that the universe bring to earth what he wants to happen, and he's using all those tools at his disposal to do it. And you want to do this, and you really want to go at it. You know you can do it, and the delays are really stopping you. So challenging you are the delays. I'm seeing this quite clearly. Okay, so let's have a look here. Why is a magician here? Well, no, I think we'll leave that there. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. It's just the delays. You know you can do this. Okay. The Page of Swords is someone spying on you, or some spying on you, studying, looking at you. They might be looking at a resume, or they might be looking at your portfolio. If you've already prepared something, people are looking at the work you've done in the past, and they're perhaps deciding whether you are the right person to do this contract or to do this work if you're going into your own business. It could be a love interest who's sort of seeing what makes you tick, seeing if you're the real thing or not. And it could be an air sign doing this. So if you've had some interactions recently with an air sign, so an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, perhaps they are sort of a little bit interested in you, something to do with online communications I'm getting here. And anyway, that's what I'm getting. I'm not really feeling the need to go there. I'm trying to cut down the clarifiers because sometimes they confuse and give me too many messages that I can fit in and talk about in the one sitting. Now the Empress, she's encouraging us, or encouraging you, because I'm Capricorn rising, so I'm actually loving this reading and it's really resonating for me. Giving birth to this idea, okay? So she's encouraging you to do that, and at the end you've got the Seven of Pentacles here, and that's the outcome. It looks like you might still be waiting at the end of the month for this, but it's very, very close. It's looking like something is just so close, ready to happen. That's what I'm getting there, Capricorn. I hope that's resonating for you. Please let me know if it is. Like and subscribe, of course. Leave any helpful comments, or if it's working for you, this reading, and hopefully talk to you in February.